comfortable for me. It should be. Okay, now I'm sitting high, I know it's better. Oh. So shall I? Yes, shall I begin? Okay, Hare Krishna. Liebe devotees. So today I have the full mercy of Srila Prabhupada to give, to speak on Srimad Bhagavatam. But firstly, we are reading, as always, from the spiritual traveling, transcendental traveling of Srila Prabhupada, written by his personal servant, Harishalji Das. Srila Prabhupada is in Vrindavan, Haman. So I read the piece before. Jai Radha Madhava, can you sing? Okay. Forgot. Jaya Radha Madhavam Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Vivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Janarandana Namasira Vanachahari Yashodanandana Braja Janarandana Namasira Vanachahari Yashodanandana Braja Namasira Vanachahari Jaya Radha Madhavam Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhavam. So by the mercy of the devotees, I got this opportunity, and Srila Prabhupada is my guru. I got this opportunity to sit here on Yasasan, what I absolutely not deserved. But nevertheless, I'm sitting here. That is the causeless mercy. And we begin a morning lecture on Srimad Bhagavatam as always, with reading from the Transcendental Diary. Transcendental Travels of Srila Prabhupada, written by his noted by his personal servant Parishauri Das. Srila Prabhupada is in Sri Vrindavan Dham. I read a piece what was before and then I come to the next. Shukadeva Das, as a president of the Honolulu Temple, also recommended several people for initiation. In his letter, he expressed some anxiety over a comment about himself that he thought Srila Prabhupada had made. While you were in Hawaii, you related to Pushta Krishna Goswami that I was hungry for power. Because of this statement, some of the devotees have lost faith in me as a temple manager. What should I tell him? The answer. I pray that this letter does not disturb your translation work. I do not want to be known as a destroyer of your movement. I do not want in any way to impede this movement more than I already have. Please forgive me for any offenses I might have committed at your divine lotus feet, and please keep me steadfastly engaged in your divine loving service. Srila Prabhupada accepted the new initiates and added, as far as the problems mentioned in your letter, especially the comments attributed to you, I may clearly say that I never said that. But the GBC is there and others also, so these matters should be decided by them. So that is a small piece. I finish here because then the new passage will be for tomorrow. That is a piece of what was reading already before, but what we can understood. One of the disciples of Srila Prabhupada, Pushta Krishna Goswami, has made an offense, uh, to the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada, and he was asking to forgive him, because this offense is just a disturbing sin for his practice, and not only what is very important for the practice of his of the other devotees, of his God brothers, because we are depending on the mercy of each other that is coming from each other to each other. Bhakti comes from bhakti. And really, the offenses are coming when we are angry. All the offenses are coming, I'm sorry, are coming from the enviness. When we are angry, the reactions of us are not equal, are not, how to say, are not correct. We can't understand really what we are doing. We are not aware fully of the relationships with devotees. And being not controlled by Krishna, but controlled by Maya, who is also the maid servant of Krishna, but she is the shadow of him. Yes, that means not absolutely real. So then, if we are controlled by the influence of what is not constant, what is not permanent, that which is not, certainly we are doing mistakes. We should control our feelings, our emotions, and our envy. How? When we have it, we should serve the person we envy. That means without thinking what to do, everything to do. Then this envy will be got away. Our guru sometimes are giving the examples of his transcendental service to Srila Prabhupada. He was sometimes he is telling us a story about how he was envy once because he felt someone was giving the lecture better than him, and he felt envy. And then he said he went out, and then he was crying, and then he came to this person whom he was envying and asked for forgiveness. And then they were crying together. And then he said, when I came out, the himmel was absolutely blue. It was absolutely just a pure feeling of being forgiven. So the offenses are coming from envy. That's why Krishna told Arjuna Bhagavad Gita saying that I am telling you this because you are not envious. So that's what I can say because Harishali can say everything beautiful and I can't say anything what is really clever. That's why I rely upon him. That is so nice. We can read this diary every morning and then uh, maybe give a very small comment, not to offend him and not to offend the lotus feet of our Guru and not to offend, to make any offense uh, before the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada and the other great acharyas. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. So now we're getting to Srimad Bhagavatam. We're reading the text from Srimad Bhagavatam. But before we read the text of Srimad Bhagavatam, we give some prayers. The first prayer is to our Guru, who, um, who only Guru can take us out of the darkness of this material world. Om Agyana Timirandasya Agyana Jana Shalakayam Chakshurunmilitam Dina Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Then there's a praise accelerator, and now we say the prayer Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam. We're finishing the Canto 6. Today I'm giving the class on the same last text on this Canto 6. So we read text number 39. Etatte sarvam akhyatam yamam tvam paripricchasi vedasya surayatascha karanam bhagavan matihe etatte sarvam akhyatam yamam tvam paripricchasi vidrasya surayatascha karanam bhagavan matihe etatte sarvam akhyatam yamam tvam paripricchasi vedasya surayatascha karanam bhagavan matihe etatte sarvam akhyatam yamam tvam paripricchasi vedasya surayatascha karanam bhagavan matihe Etate sarvamakyata yamantvam parikrishvasi Vedasya surayatascha Karanam Bhagavan Etate sarvamakyata yamantvam parikrishvasi Vedasya surayatascha Karanam Bhagavan Etate sarvamakhyatam yamantvam paripricchasi vrityasya surayatescha karanam bhagavanmate. Thank you very much. Now we reading the translation made by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Etat, this, that, unto you, sarvam, all, akyatam, explained, yet, which, mam, me, tvam, you, paripricchasi, asked, vritrasya, of vritrasura, asura jatehe, whose birth was in the spices of asura, cha, and karanam, the cause, bhagavat matehe, of exalted intelligence in Krishna consciousness. Translation made by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. My dear King Parikshit, you inquired from me how Vritrasura, a great devotee, took birth in a demonic family. Thus, I have tried to explain to you everything about this. So the text has no purport. That's why we are going to the next one. Text number 40. Itihasam punyam chitraketor mahatmanaham mahatmyam vishnum bhaktanam shrutva bandhat vimuchyate. Translation. Chitraketu was a great devotee, Mahatma. If one hears this history of Chitraketu from a pure devotee, the listener also is freed from the traditional life of material existence. The historical incidents in the Puranas, such as the history of Chitraketu explained in the Bhagavata Purana, are sometimes misunderstood by outsiders or non-devotees. Therefore, Shukadeva Goswami advised that the history of Chitraketu be heard from a devotee. Anything about devotional service or the characteristics of the Lord and his devotees must be heard from a devotee, not from a professional reciter. This is advised herein. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's secretary also advised that one learn the history of Srimad Bhagavatam from a devotee. Yaha Bhagavata Pada Vaishnavesthane. One should not hear the statements of Srimad Bhagavatam from professional reciters, or else they will not be effective. Quoting from Padma Purana, Sri Sanatana Goswami has strictly forbidden us to hear about the activities of the Lord and his devotees from the mouths of non-devotees. Avaishnava mukho drihirnam putam harikatam ritam shravanam naiva kartaryam Sarpochishtam Yathapayaham. One should not hear anything about Krishna from a non-Vaishnava. Milk touched by the lips of a servant has poisonous effects. Similarly, talks about Krishna given by a non-Vaishnava are also poisonous. One must be a bona fide devotee, and then he can preach and impress devotional service upon his listeners. And we take the last text because there is no one text left in this sixth canto. Yatetat prataruthaya shraddhaya vakyata patet itihasam harim smritva sayati paramam gatim. One who rises from bed early in the morning and recites this history of Chitraketu, controlling his words and mind, and remembering the Supreme Personality of Godhead, will return home back to Godhead without difficulty. I read again the text that has appeared here, text number 40. Chitraketu was a great devotee, Mahatma. If one hears this history of Chitraketu from a pure devotee, the listener also is freed from the conditional life of material existence. I repeat again, Om Gyana Timirandasya Gyana Chana Shalakayam Chakshuru Viritam Gyana Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I was one in the darkness, and my in ignorance is the ignorance of darkness, and my spiritual master has opened my eyes with a touch of knowledge. I pay my humble obeisances unto him, unto his lotus feet. Panchakalpatarubhyascha kripasindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Mukam Karoti Vacharam Prabhu Lanthaya Tegirim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Guru Dina Taranam. I offer my respectful obeisances unto my spiritual master, the deliverer of the fallen souls. His mercy turns the dumb into eloquent speakers and enables the lame to cross the mountain. And that is really so. That the saint person, the pure person, our gurus, really can deliver us from this material and suffering existence. So it is said here that Chitraketu is a Mahatma. Mahatma means a pure person. And Srila Prabhupada here, he compares the pure persons who are speaking Srimad Bhagavatam and the other scriptures, our scriptures. He compares them with with the professional reciters. The reciters who are reciting these transcendental scriptures just to earn money. Some false gurus, they come and say, give you mantra and you give me money. And they speaking very much using the flowery language. We're listening because it is interesting for us, but this interest has nothing to do with the transcendence, or pure devotional service. It has to do only with our material sense enjoyment, and that is very dangerous. We should differentiate who is who. And as Lord Chaitanya said to his disciple Sanatana Goswami, when Sanatana Goswami told him, so the people think I am an intelligent person. I know much, but I don't know anything. I don't even know who I am. And Sanatana Goswami instructed, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed him and his other disciples, saying that You should use in your devotional service only favorable things. You should differentiate between what is favorable for you and what is not favorable for your devotional service. That means sometimes we should say no to the things that are not favorable for our progressing on the path of the devotional service. We should have courage to say it. Even about Sita, Srila Prabhupada was saying that the Sita, he liked when devotees were making theater or staging some leelas, but he said it shouldn't be done by professional actors. It should be done by devotees. Yes, maybe they don't know so much of professional staging or professional playing the roles, but they are devoted and they spread their devotion through the leelas they are playing on the stage. These professional reciters or professional actors, they are certainly impersonalists. That's why they can't understand what we are doing. They can't understand the essence of Krishna consciousness. Um, our philosophy is Jivera Svarupahaya Krishna Nityadas, that we are eternal servants of Krishna, Nitya Das. And the impersonalists, the people who are professional, they are not, they can't understand this philosophy of love to God. That's why Srila Prabhupada underlined here. He's saying it, I think, 2 times. Shukadeva Goswami advised, Shukadeva Goswami advised that the history of Chitraketu be heard from a devotee. Anything about devotional service or the characteristics of the Lord and his devotees must be heard from a devotee, not from a professional reciter. Must be heard. That means it is an instruction. And without thinking what and what, we follow these instructions. Because if a person is not purified by devotional service, he can't understand the essence, the purity of these absolutely wonderful, eternal, spiritual descriptions of Srimad Bhagavatam, Amala Purana, the purest Purana, the purest pastimes of Krishna, the descriptions of them, what we are having here. And this, how to say, this order, this instruction defines our mode of preaching. We should be in the mode of preaching not to differentiate to whom we are preaching and how we are preaching. We should know that we shouldn't mix ourselves with non-devotees. Sadhusanga, Sarva Shastra Kaya, Lava Mantra Sadhusanga, Sarva Siddhi Kaya. The verdict of all revealed scriptures is that by even a moment's association with pure devotee, one can attain all success. Lava means 1/11th of a second. So we should listen Srimad Bhagavatam from the mouthpiece of the pure devotees to be purified ourselves. Only 1/11th of the second. How much is it? I don't know. 1/11th of the second can purify us fully. So strong is the purity of these scriptures we are learning, we are reading, we are speaking on. So strong, it is difficult to imagine. The purity is the force, yes, but what purity? The purity of controlling the mind, the purity of Vacharegam, the purity of controlling our speech. In Bhagavad Gita, there is a text how we can recognize the saint person. We recognize him by the how he is walking, how he is going, how he is moving, and how he is speaking. By the speech, we can differentiate who is full and who is not. By the speech, we can differentiate who is a devotee, not pure devotee, but devotee, trying to be one day pure devotee, and who is not. That's why we should avoid prajalpa. We should avoid speaking on non-devotional topics. When the people are coming to the temple, sometimes, how to say, not devotees, they are not coming to the programs, they are not reading our scriptures, but prasadam is very tasty. They are coming very often or every day even to take prasadam. They are taking prasadam, they are taking prasadam, they are taking prasadam. Sometimes then they are coming to the program. Very seldom. Very seldom. What they are doing, I'm sorry, prasadam is the mercy of Krishna. But in this case, that is somehow their sense gratification as well. They are speaking not so polite with the devotees. They think they are already the part of ours, but they're not. They're not a part of ours. They're not doing any devotional service in the temple or outside. Yes, they're not reading, they're not speaking on Krishna, they're not speaking Krishna Katha. So, what to do with this? It's not on me, but I think we should speak with these people who are coming to us because they are coming also. That is not a coincidence. Somehow they have come to speak to them, to offer them. Can we please go and, I don't know, buy a liter of milk for the temple? Buy one flower. Maybe they don't have money. It shouldn't be expensive. Or can you come and help me just to wash something very little, not the stairs, or not the altar room. To wash one pot. One pot, I have no time. I should call someone. One pot. Wow, beautiful pot, like a mirror. I can see myself in the reflection of the pot. Thank you so much. And again, and again, and again. I think it should be done. We have examples of the persons who are coming here without names every day, taking prasadam, doing nothing. They are giving some donations, very little, and that is all. I find it not okay. So we're coming back to listening of Srimad Bhagavatam from the mouths of three of pure devotees, because then these narrations and they are sweet. We are all searching for the transcendental sweetness, because all Krishna's leelas are sweet, because all his relationships with all his associates are sweet. The material world is bitter. It has the bitter taste. When I'm distributing books, we have this book, Beyond Birth and Death. I show the picture, I show this below. You see that is a bodily conception. That is the bodily plane. That is material world. It is vital. And above you see this someone, Krishna, someone is playing with his friends so joyfully, so sweetly, that the spiritual world, that is chocolate side and bitter side. Somehow they understand something. Yes, and they understand even the difference between what is material and spiritual only by these two words, bitter and sweet, automatically. So our mind should be always engaged in thinking of Krishna. In thinking of Krishna, then it can be stable. Morning, when we are coming here to chant, especially Rul Prabhu, he is coming every morning. Yes, that is uh, Brahma Murta. Yes, the time when our mind is pure. the time when our mind is not so much influenced by material nature. And we should use this time to engage our mind in thinking of Krishna. When we are chanting, that is only one thing we are thinking of Krishna. Chanting 1.5 hours, 2 hours, only Krishna, nothing, nobody else, and nothing else. So we shouldn't mix. We shouldn't mix ourselves with non-devotees. Just some examples. You know the parrots. For example, I was watching the parrots. They never come to the earth. When apple is when apple falls down, they don't come to the earth to take this apple. They take the apples only on the top of a tree, and they associate only with parrots. Parrots associate only with parrots. And then when parrot takes mango, he eats one side, yes, the other side is not eaten, yes, and the side that is eaten is mostly sweet. There are cockatoos, you know these cockatoos, the birds, yes. They never mix themselves with crows. Crows, brown, brown, these black birds, yes. They don't mix themselves with crows. We shouldn't mix ourselves with non-devotees. We shouldn't mix ourselves with the people who are speaking only Prajapa, even if they are devotees. Sometimes we should know how to say no. So it should be purified everything what we are doing to come into the mode of goodness. In the mode of goodness, we already know what is favorable for us and what is not. Yeah, for example, we know we buy milk in the shop. This milk is not pure. This milk is mixed with water or something else. We have no other possibility. We use it for cooking, but we should know it. And if there is a possibility to buy pure milk or pure products, it is better to do this. There are possibilities. We should use them. So our food should be pure. Pure food. So Prabhupada is writing much about pure food in Bhagavad Gita. He said, or he is saying us concretely what to eat: chapatis, dal, sabji, fruits, something else. Yes, these products are in goodness. That's why we don't use onion, we don't use garlic, we don't use esich. No, some tomatoes also really, but we use them to come to the mode of goodness, to differentiate what is favorable, what is not to mix us with the persons who are in tamas or rajas. Sometimes the people ask, so how can I? It's, yeah, very nice what we are saying, we're discussing here. But I'm working. I go to work at the place where I'm working. There are people who have nothing to do with our scriptures, with Krishna consciousness, what to do. It is something to do. Underneath, not directly. So inside ourselves, we always can think about Krishna. We are never alone. Never alone. Krishna is always with us. Our spiritual master and Srila Prabhupada are always with us. And doing our jobs, our work, I don't know, something certainly material. We have the association here at work, material association. We are aloof. We don't touch. We don't. We shouldn't mix us with all these dirty material things. Yeah, underneath, remember of Krishna and never forget him. That's why. Srila Prabhupada, the best example of a person who was always thinking about Krishna and speaking about Krishna and serving, doing everything for Krishna is certainly Srila Prabhupada. He came from India. He came from Vrindavan to New York. He brought Vrindavan with him. He didn't leave Vrindavan, how correct to pronounce? Vrindavan, thank you. He didn't leave Vrindavan in Vrindavan. Vrindavan is always in Vrindavan. But he took Vrindavan, what he could take with him, and brought it to New York for the people who were living mostly in the streets. We know this story about hippie and happy. That's why he could make them happy because he was in Vrindavan. He was always with Krishna, and he gave this Vrindavan to the other people, and willingly they took it. They didn't mind because that is our nature to be purified, not to forget Krishna. Really, Vrindavan is our nature, but it's maybe not now to speak about it. Because our nature is, second time I'm saying it today, I haven't forgotten. Jivira Sarupakaya, Krishna Ranitidas. That is our nature. Jiva is the servant of Krishna. We shouldn't forget it because sometimes we're going somewhere high, thinking we are taking part in some leelas, or we are, I don't know, gopis or lovers of Krishna or something like that. Yes, that is sahajiya. Sahajiya means material. This is material impression, material perceiveness. We are only the servants of God. So we know who is Paramahamsa. Paramahamsa translated means the perfect swan, perfect swan, the perfect saint personality. And we know the swans, they can take water out of milk, or sorry, milk out of water when they are drinking milk. They don't mix themselves with water. They are drinking only milk. And the same way we should do. We should follow this example. And here it's also written that the snake can spoil the milk. The snake touching the milk makes the milk like a poison. So these professional reciters or impersonalists, they make this absolutely Amala Purana knowledge poisonous or trying to do this because they have no idea what it means to think of Krishna and what it means to serve him, or all the time to think, how can I serve him? That's why we have different kinds of services that everyone can find for him the service he can do. So we should be always conscious about Krishna. And that means what? If we are always consciousness of Krishna, that means how it is called? It's called Krishna consciousness, Jad. Haribo. It's called Krishna consciousness, to be aware of Krishna all the time. Sorry. So we should hear of Srimad Bhagavatam all the time. And we know this, Nasta Prayesha, Bhagreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, Bhagavati Uttamam, Uttamam, Uttama Shlaki Bhaktir Bhagavati Na Ishtiki. Not hear from Srimad Bhagavatam means to serve Srimad Bhagavatam. And when we hear from of Srimad Bhagavatam from the authorities, then we hear, we get the information as it is. It is not the speculated information. Yes, this and that. They give us the information as it is. That's when this knowledge coming from Parampara to Srila Prabhupada and through our gurus, that is the real knowledge. Why? Because our gurus are Tattvadarshi. They saw the truth. They have seen the truth. They know the truth. They are purified. So more than purified. They simply know the truth. They were already purified. Yes, they are not absolutely who we are. Yes, that's why they can give us the truth. That's why they can give us the essence of Krishna consciousness in the mood of preaching purity to us. Process of Krishna consciousness is very clean. Sada Harihi. Trindaki Sunichina Terror Apisa Hishna Amalina Manodana Kirtaniya Sada Harihi. Sada Harihi means clean. It is clean process of chanting the holy names. And certainly we can reach it only giving everything to be humble. Amanina, to get rid of our proudness, to give respect to everybody without asking for respect to ourselves. By the mercy of great authorities, our heart should be clean. And we know this prayer when we are doing yagyas or we are offering something. We say this, Om Apavitram Pavitrava Asava Avasthata Avaskatam Gato Yasmaret Podarikasham Sabakhyam Abhyam Tam Raham Suchuhi. Pundarikaksha, that is one of the names of Vishnu. Even if we say Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu, we are purified. We should know that the material world is very, very dangerous. Everywhere here there is a danger for us. Every here there is some reflection of material person who is rude, who is very far from our understanding of the world. Yes, and we reflect him. We should go not this side of the street where he is. That is certainly just like a metaphor. We should take the other side. Yes, and be aloof to him. Wanted to say something more. Okay, so that's what is this text about. Not to be mixed with the non-devotees, not to be mixed with the things that are not favorable for us. From a non-Vaishnava, we shouldn't hear Srimad Bhagavatam and the other scriptures from non-Vaishnava. It is a very strong statement. How to define it, how to know who is Vaishnava, who is not. It's not easy, but that's why we are reading Srimad Bhagavatam to know who is Vaishnava, who is not. Ambarish Maharaj was giving everything to Krishna, his body, all his senses, everything that he could. That is the example of Vaishnava. From these persons we should take association. From these persons we should hear Srimad Bhagavatam. And one more thing. Krishna is the supreme Param Brahma, Param Karma. He is giving us all these purity, all these scriptures. And we are taking them somehow to give it, we perceive it, to give it to the others. That is the aim. Not to take, but to give. To give this knowledge to the others. That is the most important thing. And one more thing, very important here in the text, the last text. So that is what I wanted to say because it is very strong here. Not to mix with non-devotees, with professional reciters, to listen Srimad Bhagavatam only from the pure course. No prajalpa, vachavegam, to purify our speech, to purify our mind, to purify uh, our genitals, our how we are eating, and how our tongue, how much we're eating. All these things are purifying processes. So one who rises from bed early in the morning and recites this history of Chitraketu, controlling his words and mind and remembering the Supreme Personality of Godhead, will return home back to Godhead without difficulty. We are reading, reading, and reading, and reading. It is beautiful, it is very nice. We should understand that all these stories, they are real. They are not fairy tales. Chitraketu exists, uh, Shiva exists, all Vaishnavas in the parampara, they exist. All these leelas are absolutely real. And then, if we recite the leelas, the stories about these pure devotees, then certainly, logically, we can return home, we can go back to Godhead without difficulty, because what we need, what Krishna needs from us, he needs us to be purified, to get into the relationship with him, Sambandha. And then the process of devotional service, Abhidya, that purifies us fully. And then Prayojana, love of God. And love of God, it is a material face in him. And then after Prayojana, Prema Bhakti, maybe something else will come. But first, we should go through all these three processes of Bhakti, Sambandha, Abhidya, Prayojana. And with all these scriptures, without speaking on Srimad Bhagavatam, on Bhagavad Gita, on Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is absolutely not possible to go through these three processes of bhakti. Because bhakti is not mixed with karma and jnana. Because bhakti is anukulyana. Anukulyana Krishna no. Bhakti means the definition of nectar of devotion. Bhakti means to please devotees and Krishna, to please them. That is bhakti, not ourselves. And if we understand it fully, because okay, I please Krishna, but something I take from me. Yes, I please my guru, I please Srila Prabhupada, but something that is so sweet, I take something from me. That is allegorical, certainly. When one day maybe we feel that all these clothes of impurity are taken of us, we are absolutely naked in our pure position. Javera Svarupahaya Krishna Ranityadas. All these layouts, they should go away. And then we can live, we can serve without, absolutely, without a pint or a tint of the desire for self-gratification. Then maybe one day Krishna will come to us. He shows him face to face. In what form? He has so many forms, yes. Everybody will get his form of Krishna, I hope so. Maybe me too. I don't know. Yes, but that is not our hope. That is our desire. That is what is absolutely real. So, morning coming, we have an example that is our morning japa acharya rule. He's coming every day. No, that is real. I can see him. He is real. Jiva can see Jiva. And he's coming every morning, chanting japa and doing very many services in the temple. And he can give. Bhakti means give and not take. Yes, if we are envious, we take. We can't give. We are deprived absolutely of this possibility to give. How awful it could be. If we are envy, we can't distribute books. How awful it could be when we are not distribute books. How awful it could be when we are not cooking for devotees. Purely from our hearts, the devotees will feel sweet. It will be tasty for devotees, according to their wishes, what they like to eat and what they don't. So that's what I can say. And this ends the Bhaktivedanta purpose of the sixth canto, 17th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam entitled Mother Parvati curses Chitraketu. So if you want to say, I was not speaking about so much about this curse because in previous lectures it is much spoken about this curse, why the story of this curse, yes. But we know every curse is favorable when it is you are cursed by a pure person, yes, it is favorable, yeah. Because when Krishna killed you, the demon of Chitraketu, not Chitraketu, the demon, he he got to be, yes, then he can come to, to the spiritual world, yes. So everything is Krishna's sweet will, sweet will. That's why the sweet uh, uh, recitation of Srimad Bhagavatam, because of his sweet will, not of his bitter. So maybe some of. Thank you, beautiful question. Very, 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 very beautiful question. Very beautiful. I need as well to, I like it. Me as well. I like it. But we shouldn't think that the pure devotee is only devotee like Srila Prabhupada and our gurus and parampara. There are other pure devotees here. They are not maybe absolutely purified like you, but you are also a pure devotee. He is also a pure devotee. Veni Madhava want to say, Philip, who is doing so much service in the temple, Rule, Ekayani, Jai Eshwari, yeah, Nitai, we all are more or less pure devotees, yes. We shouldn't require, I know some examples when devotees are coming to the temple only when Maharaj is here. Some Maharajas, and this Maharaj, that Maharaj, the most important thing, Maharaj is here. I sit here at his lotus feet, feel fine, taking shower. It's also very important. It is very good, yes. But we have devotees here. We have devotees here. You see, if devotee is thinking of Krishna or not, you can see it already. Yes. Then you come to him and you say, let's sing of Krishna together. Let's speak about Krishna together. Let's read Srimad Bhagavatam together or Bhagavad Gita. Let's cook together. Let's go out together. Let's sing together. That is all. Amen. Ah, yes, I have. Sadhu Sangha, Sadhu Sangha. Sarva. Sorry, I'm a bit excited. Sarva Shastra Kaya. So that is what? Sadhu Sangha. Sadhu Sangha, Sadhu Sangha. That is what we need. Yes, we have devotees, many devotees, many, many. So we are not absolute. The devotees here are not absolute, is only one person. It's only Krishna. We are relative. We are relatively pure, but it's already pureness. We are doing everything we can. And if we are doing it together, that is bhakti. Not my words, certainly, Srila Prabhupada's. That is bhakti, yes. But we are trying to make something like championship. I am better, you are not. I am just a great boss. a great boss. Sometimes we need to be a great boss. If I know more about Sankirtan, I say, I know more, please follow. Yes, if I know it absolutely, absolutely. If I know, then I know it. Yes, but it is seldom. Yes, because you listen to the devotees. You listen, then you hear what they want. We should be attentive to every devotee. How you look today, how you feel. Are you healthy? Maybe you want to help me. If you don't, okay, let's do it next week. Yes, attentive to the devotees. Yes, then devotee exude, every devotee is so thankful to every devotee. And that is bhakti. Then we can go on because we are not many. That is we are not many. Sankirtan devotees who are distributing, not many. Pujaris, not many. Cooks, not many. The persons who are chanting so devotedly as rule, not many. Not many. We should keep together to come to this Uttamagati, to come to this destination. Yes, we all have problems, health problems, money problems, face problems, different problems. If you have a problem, come to Nimai, tell him, I have a problem. 100 times a day, I'm sorry. I think he will allow. That's why we are here. We are here, each other, for everybody. Yes. If I don't know, I say, I don't know. Go to Nilamadeva, ask him. If I don't know, I say, I don't know about this puja so much. Go to Nika Kayani, ask her. Yes. I don't know why Jai Eshwari looks sometimes sad. I come to her. Why? What happened? Yeah, I'm cold. My hands are cold when I'm playing karatalas here in Kalk when we are doing harinams. Yes. Well, I brought her the gloves. How to call the gloves? With these fingers, you can cover fingers, you can open fingers, and then you can play karatalas, and your hands are not so cold. Simple. I'm not saying that I'm just tralala. No, I'm not. But if I can, I do. If I can't, I don't. If I can't, sometimes I have also different moods. Different moods doesn't matter. That is all Maya. But underneath, it means not direct, indirect. Krishna is always with us. We can't live without him. That means nothing is dangerous for us. Krishna is with us. There is no danger. There is danger, but we know not to mix, to be aloof, to go on the other side, yes, to be like a parrot, parrot with parrot. Cockadoo is cockadoo, crow is with crow. We are not crows. Yes, and parrots are eating mangoes. We are eating mangoes. And not the other fruits. Metaphorically, so not to mix. You can speak. I'm speaking so much with these people in the street. They are, sometimes I do this way. Yes, but underneath, I have this compassion of Srila Prabhupada. That's why I'm speaking with them. And Lord Chaitanya, certainly. And my guru. Yes, and temple devotees who are giving. Animai Prabhuji wrote me some days ago, could you give the lecture? Yes, it's mercy. Who gave me? Who gave him? Nilamadeva. Who gave Nilamadeva his spiritual master? Causeless. Causeless is always pure. Causeless can't be impure. Causelessness. Maybe you can, the devotees are educated really, who know much, say something.
He asked him the question, how we can become close to pure devotee.
So that's what I said. The pure devotees are here. You shouldn't look for something that doesn't exist. Look for something that exists. Real. Is it okay, Mansukha? The answer is okay? Oh, sorry. Thank you. Hare Krishna. I come to you when I have problems. The most important thing to know is that we have a devotee nearby. We can come and speak, or we can ask, or we can take with our great thanks the mercy He is giving to us. Sometimes certainly the feelings are playing, oh, 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 yes, underneath is Krishna nevertheless. Then everything is okay. Everything is okay. We shouldn't lose Krishna. It is not possible. Yes, we shouldn't go very deep, what is not possible, into our problems. Yes, if we go too deep into these material problems, there is dangerous. Yes, there is dangerous. We should know that these material problems, I do everything I can. More I can't. Krishna gives me possibility to do only this. I do it. I will be doing it. Underneath is Krishna, but only what I can. To take care of our bhakti mata. It is very fragile. It's very, very fine. You say something? Okay. So everything is okay. You devotees here. Sadhu Sangha ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaura Temple ki